What a weekend. 16 years and 73 days, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was all it took for a star to be born this weekend, or maybe a superstar. Welcome back to Fantastics Podcast, guys. We have missed you. How have you been? I am excited to share our football stories, our football gist, our football news and analysis with you. If you're not following us yet, quickly do that and then let us jump right into the business of the day. As usual, I'm never alone in the studio. I always salute Senior Man IDB.
Well, Alhamdulillah, because we're in the Ramadan season.
Yes, so
Salam alaikum to my Muslim brothers.
yes.
And as we come to the end of the Ramadan, officially today is 27. By Thursday, the moon should be sighted and we should celebrate Eid by Friday.
Yes.
And our dear fans, thank you. We see the engagements. We are proud of you.
Awesome.
We like it.
Awesome.
Even old reels that we have done, there's still engagement on it.
It gives me great joy and excitement to see that, people that are just discovering our work, they go back and watch some of our, episodes, some of our posts, and they are saying, oh, guys, you guys are doing amazing. We love the analysis. Oh, you said this time, and it's just amazing. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope to be able to, continue giving you something you'll be proud of. Please continue to like and share our content and introduce us to, new audiences. Share us with your friends, your families, your groups, and, your fan bases.
Something happened over the weekend that investors are not happy at all. Two teams that got bashing in the Champions League during the week. Atlanta losing at home to Bayern Munich, and Spurs.
I mean, everybody was bashed during the midweek.
Then all of a sudden, both teams went away and pulled off draws.
Yeah.
Atlanta went to the San Siro and denied Inter of a win. Liverpool were coasting until Richarlison decided to strike.
To take matters into his own hands. Just a quick touchdown on the Champions League. We had conversations, and a lot has been said about England being the premier competition.
Well,
they call it the Premier League.
They collected.
But in Europe, they were dismantled left, right, and center. I just want to get your thoughts quickly. What do you think was the reason for the poor performance of English teams in the Champions League?
Well, I won't say overconfident. I won't say that. Champions League is going to the knockout stages, where any team can beat any team. Liverpool were not clinical enough in Istanbul. They should have gotten away with a draw or even a win. So we can forgive them for that. And we know the return leg in Anfield, I know European nights at Anfield is something else. Gala will come out to play, but Liverpool will beat them. That I can tell you for a fact. For Man City, remember me and you always say something, football is time and moment.
Yeah.
And we saw 25 to 30 minutes of pure class and madness in that match. A player that we don't know him to be for goals ended up scoring a hat-trick. And the second half, they lost the penalty. I would have simply said the tie was gone.
Yeah.
But at 3-0 and the Man City that we know, anything can happen.
So,
you understand?
Yeah, I think we don't respect the Madrid heritage enough.
When they hear that Champions League,
in the Champions League,
it's as if you are
Madrid
pumping
is
them.
another animal.
Once they hear that anthem, it's as if the players are pumped with something we don't know.
To be honest, I feel now that you could just go and employ Baba Sui to carry them to Champions League, and they'll still beat anybody. So Madrid don't need anybody to coach them again. But credit to Abelao, he set them up well, and it was an amazing result for them. Basically, English teams, they didn't acquit themselves.
I'm still done with the English.
Yeah.
I'm not yet done.
Yeah.
Three other matches, funny enough.
Yeah.
Newcastle were heading for a famous
victory
until rush of blood from that defender that allowed Barcelona to take the equalizer via penalties.
Yeah.
For us now, they met a different German team that decided to play football from another level. Arsenal were lucky to escape with a draw in that match. Some people say the penalty was a soft penalty. I'm indifferent about it because there were many sides to it. And when an incident is being played via
VAR
and
slow-mo.
slow-mo.
It always looks worse.
It looks worse. So Arsenal were just lucky that might take it or leave it. For Chelsea, it was more of
inexperience.
No, I can't see their inexperience, to be honest with you.
I think the game management
was that's the word you should
inexperience.
Use. Because
it was an inexperience.
They came back and it was 2-2 and the stadium was buzzing. Then they brought in that little Eastern European magician.
Yeah, Kvaratskhelia.
And
it took the game by the scruff of the neck.
It took the game away from Chelsea.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think Chelsea did manage the game well, but generally, this is a wake-up call for the English teams. Most of them will be playing at home in the second leg. So, except Newcastle, right? So they all have their work cut out for them. Can they come back? Can they win with a margin enough to see them qualify, especially for the likes of Spurs?
For me, Man City will win, but we don't know if their victory can take them to extra time or the next round. Everybody says Arsenal will win. Well, I hope they're not. The match over the weekend has not
taken too much
out of them because they played at their hearts out.
Yeah.
For Chelsea, they will have to evoke the magic of European nights at Stamford Bridge. They don't have a choice. Chelsea will likely win that match, but can they stop PSG from scoring?
Can they score enough goals to offset?
Then for Spurs, it's just they're playing more like a farewell match
from the competition.
Yeah, because
for a long time
it's going to be war for the Champions League. So that's it.
Unfortunately.
Then for City would have
to play a big game.
Guardiola will have to deploy everything he knows about football in that match.
Yeah. Talking about deploying what he knows, funny enough, Man City are not training until the day of that fixture. So Guardiola has given his players time off. He's saying that they are tired.
He wants them fresh.
So they should come and gather the morning of their fixture versus Real. What do you think about that? Do you think it's a tactic that might work?
It might work. Because after Arsenal played who again? 2 or 3 weeks ago, Arteta gave them 3 days off until a day before the match.
So when you're playing a match and a team as important as Real Madrid, and you say you're not training, does that not mean that you are not preparing properly, or there's some kind of preparation they can do that does not involve running on the grass?
As it is now, teams that play every 3 days don't train the way we think footballers should train. It's more of recovery.
Yeah, that's true though.
So let's go over the weekend. We saw fixtures that were very disappointing. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea lost to Newcastle.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how they lost that game, to be honest with you. So for Liverpool, we knew they played 1-1, and the fight for the top 5 or top 6 is going to be very, very intense. Aston Villa lost to United. United, the way they are going is as good as third place is theirs for the taking.
Yes.
For us now, a late cameo by that 16-year-old guy, and Gyökeres scored one of the easiest goals of his career.
Yeah.
But my concern in this first segment of the show is Chelsea have fallen to 6th at 49 points.
Yeah.
Which is very, very bad. The way Chelsea's team has been built, Chelsea should be hovering between 3rd and 4th conveniently and comfortably. So for Liverpool, they drew at home. Well, they started very badly, so there's nothing we can do about it. I'm even surprised they've caught up. And I guess maybe why they're catching up is the teams around them are not pulling their weight. Let us talk about Chelsea. Is there a problem with Rosenior?
Now, I made a comment a few weeks ago on the podcast that got me roasted, dragged, and tagged villain by Chelsea fans. I'm a Chelsea fan myself, but I try to detach myself and look at things forensically. And I made a comment that Chelsea are looking like the least likely of their rivals to make the top 4. I still stand by it. Those fixtures, the nature of the fixtures, and the spread.
They're at home. That's the irony about it.
And the spread of competition. And with the team dynamics, Chelsea don't look like they can make it.
You know why? Because if they were playing away in this Premiership, I would understand. Newcastle is a home match. United is going to be a home match. Man City is going to be a home match.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a problem.
Is it that they played all their strength against Villa, and after Villa they just went off?
I don't think Rosenior is a problem. Yes.
How certain are you?
Managers. they have their flaws. Maresca had his flaws. But Chelsea's problem is not just about the coaches. Chelsea's environment, you see the level of uncertainty. It catches up with the club at a certain point in time. If you have constant chopping and changing, when teams are getting into rhythm, you are starting all over again, a new cycle.
Yeah.
You understand? And it gets to affect them. And that's where Chelsea are now. Of course, they had a little bounce under Maresca. They picked up some positive results. But now is the time when, the normal challenges that come with a season, I mean, you drop points. You have to drop points. You face, difficult moments. How do you get to, recover from this? Of course, that's also on Maresca. He has to show that he's able to pick up his players.
Who is Maresca?
Sorry, that's on Rosenior. So I'm sorry. That's on Rosenior. He has to show that he can pick up his players.
This guy still likes Maresca.
Leave Maresca, beg. This Chelsea is not even the coach's fault. It's the people that are employing them. I don't blame the coaches.
Presently they have a suspended sentence.
Yeah.
And as it stands, they cannot.
Breaking news.
They can't sign academic players. I don't know the way they.
For a period of time, and then they have a suspended 1-year transfer ban, and then they have a fine of about 10 point something million pounds to pay to the English FA. So the people that was not Clear Lake's fault, though. That was from Abramovich's time. But the people running the club, they are not setting Chelsea up to be successful. You can sign the right players, but if you don't, on the last episode, we talked about the right environment, the right leadership, sustainability. If Chelsea does not build that kind of culture, now they're already touting that Maresca might be sacked. And they gave him a contract.
Rosenior.
Oh, Maresca has been sacked. Sorry, my people.
The new coach, they want to fire the new coach.
They are already touting sacking Rosenior again. A man they gave a contract until 2032 because of a few bad results. And that's something they have to think about. So Chelsea, they have to get their business. If not, they'll start losing their best players. The likes of Kopama, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo. They'll be thinking about their futures. Cucurella, where do I go? Because if you keep chopping and changing and there's so much uncertainty, where are you? Reece James just signed a contract also till 2032. And I bet he will likely be wondering if he should have tied himself down for that long. So these are the issues. But I mean, Chelsea, they just have to ride it out this season. I don't see them making the Champions League. But if they do, it's a miracle. And they can be excited about next season already. But until then, guys, we're going to need to collect enough banter because it will really sup.
Will Tottenham be relegated?
They are looking likely. That's another thing. Igor Tudor is also on the chopping block. They put up a spirited performance against Liverpool. Depending on what management sees against Atletico Madrid in the return leg, he might get some more time. If not, they might be forced to swing the axe so that they can survive in the Premier League. I don't see them doing it.
Do you think Kiki will keep?
Kiki will likely not keep anything. Even his salary, he might not. I mean, nobody talked about that performance, getting subbed after 17 minutes.
God.
Man, that was that.
Then,
goalkeeping.
Before we go on the break,
yeah,
let's go local. What am I hearing about Nigeria being fined with DRC?
So we were hoping that FIFA will give verdict so that we'll go to World Cup. FIFA can't bring verdict. Say that they fine us for our F up. Anyways, they have said we will pay some Swiss francs for not, controlling ourselves, and all that during our playoff with DR Congo. DR Congo were also fined, right?
Mm-hmm.
As it stands, FIFA don't put DRC name, saying that then they go international playoff.
As it stands,
As it stands, to go and face the winner of Jamaica and one other country.
Mm.
I think Jamaica are playing New Caledonia. So as it stands, now DRC, now they play intercontinental playoff. We have said this and that, and it's 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks. This international break now.
After this weekend, the next week is national break.
2 weeks, and they'll be playing international playoff. and Nigeria, no news. My dear friends, my dear citizens, DRC Congo never go World Cup since 1974, and that time their name na Zaire.
Mobutu Sese Seko.
Yes, abeg, una leave them. Make dem go. Una don try.
Congratulations to DRC Congo.
Congratulations. And congratulations to NFF. You tried. You tried to go to the World Cup by pitch or by court, and you were caught.
We're going to break. When we come back, we'll give you lowdown on the Champions League, return legs, and the weekend fixtures. The Champions League round of 16 will have their return legs across Europe. There's a team that will likely their match will likely be like a friendly match. Why they look me?
Which team be that?
Well, Tottenham Hotspur.
So wait, if they call Tottenham Hotspur because they also lost 5-2, one of the other team will lose 5-2, they try to say their match to a friendly match.
No, for Atlanta, going to Munich would be more like a training.
No, they lost 6-1. So the other team that lost, now small team they vex me these days. I don't want to go on.
It's more like a training session for Atlanta when they go to Munich. But the surprise team of the round is Bodo Glimt. They beat Sporting 3-0.
Wait, what is surprising about it? I told you last time on the show that you might be surprised. Sporting might not even score a goal.
They didn't even score.
Yes.
And the return leg, the tendency of Bodo Glimt scoring is still very, very, very high.
Very high.
So for you, do you look at Sporting winning even if they do not qualify?
I don't think
or you're looking at both teams to score?
I am looking at possibly a win or draw for Bodo, even at Sporting's home.
Okay, what about Arsenal and Leverkusen?
I see Arsenal getting a straight win. I mean, Leverkusen put up a fight in the Bay Arena, but this is London, this is Arsenal's home. Arsenal fans can already sense that this is going to be, this can turn out to be a historic season for them. So the stadium, Emirates, is going to be packed, it's going to be noisy, and you're going to see one of those big European nights. So they are getting a straight win.
What about Chelsea versus Paris Saint-Germain? First leg ended 5-2.
Now, I will be, the optimist in me will say Chelsea will get a win, but they might not get enough of a result to overturn that first leg deficit. And for some moments, they went toe-to-toe with PSG and they did really well. Unfortunately, goalkeeping error, defensive error, again, has come back to haunt them. And that's one thing they should be looking at fixing in the summer. But for this match, like I said, I see PSG going through.
Okay, and that thing I wanted to ask you is the match against Newcastle.
Yeah.
If you look at that match against Newcastle and you want to compare it for the match against PSG, what's your take?
When you mean comparison in
the performance by the Chelsea players?
The match against PSG saw Chelsea come out highly motivated. It's a big game and they came out ready to perform. But I kind of felt like for Newcastle, they didn't show up. Or maybe they didn't show up on time. They were busy sleeping. Because the early goal, it just caught the defense and the midfield napping. And, Chelsea have a lot of work to do. When I mean a lot of work. And it's a shame that they have spent over 1 billion and their squad is still lacking leaders, lacking quality defenders and a quality goalkeeper. João Pedro is just beginning to show that, he can lead the line and can produce a 20-goal season. But, the recruitment that Chelsea has done is shameful, to be honest.
Okay.
Make I not talk much.
I understand. Much.
So, for that match, just come on mind. Chelsea will still do one or two calamities. So, I don't know, but PSG will definitely
Okay, what about City Real Madrid?
City Real Madrid.
It's going to be a classic, trust me.
Now, this is a match where we are going to see intensity. I bet Guardiola giving his players time off is because he wants them to be as physically fresh as possible.
Fully charged.
Yes. As for the charging, he's the one that will charge them. And I know he's someone that knows how to motivate his players. So we are going to see an epic game of football. I see Man City with a win. If they can stop Madrid from scoring, they have a chance. But any goal from Madrid and it's dead.
Then on Wednesday, Barcelona, Newcastle.
I see a Barcelona straight win.
Bayern Munich, Atlanta.
Well, they already stamped them 6-1. There's nothing much.
Liverpool Galatasaray.
So I see a Liverpool win. In that fixture. The margin, I don't know. So a 1-0 might see them, extend into, and then it might go to penalties. But I still back them to go through.
Tottenham Atletico. Tottenham might score 3 goals. Forget my bands. They might score 3 goals. Because Atletico has been very porous away from
Well,
them.
they showed a lot of spirit against, Liverpool. So I don't discount that fact. They will put up a fight, but I don't see them qualifying either.
Okay, fine. Let's go to the weekend fixtures. It starts on Friday. AFC Bournemouth versus Manchester United.
I see a Man U straight win. Man U are on a roll, and we don't give them credit enough. Michael Carrick has done an amazing job. So I still back them to get 3 points and continue to consolidate their match to the Champions League places.
I'm looking at a Man U win or draw, and I'm looking at both teams to score.
Yeah, both teams to score seems fair. They are, for all their good work, Man U can't seem to stop conceding goals.
Then Napoli will play away to Cagliari. They won over the weekend, so the surge up is gradual. They're already trying to claim that third position.
Conte's goals for now, defending the Serie A is out of the window already. So it's just get yourself in the Champions League places, because the competition for those spots are heating up seriously. The likes of AS Roma, AC Milan, of course, Lazio, who defeated Milan over the weekend, they are all trying to get themselves in those spots. So
Saturday features in the Premiership: Brighton, Liverpool. This is a banana scheme. I don't know how Liverpool will survive Brighton's press. Fulham, Burnley, Everton, Chelsea at our stadium. And what did you call it?
The Hill Dickinson Stadium. So, well, Chelsea seem to get their mojo sometimes when they are away from home. I back Chelsea with a win or draw in that fixture.
I'm looking at an Everton win or draw. What about Brighton, Liverpool?
Brighton, Liverpool, it's a both teams to score fixture for me.
Then on Sunday is the League Cup final. Arsenal, Man City at Wembley.
The outcome of this Champions League round of 16 will have a big impact. Now, if either of those teams happen to have to play extra time,
it will
be problematic for them. They are likely to be the losers of that final. Arsenal has a deeper squad. They can cope better with such an outlay, because they have the likes of Saka, Odegaard, and Dahlman to deputize. They have the likes of Trossard and Martinelli. So they have options.
Trossard was back to training.
So they have options. Havertz, Jesus, and
even Ben White is back.
And Gyökeres, who is in great scoring form. So I'm backing Arsenal to lay down a marker for the season. They are likely going to get that cup, and it's going to be one of the 2 trophies. I'm backing them to win. I won't call which ones.
Then we have the derby: Newcastle, Sunderland, Aston Villa, West Ham, and Spurs, Nottingham Forest.
So Newcastle, Sunderland, I back Sunderland with a win or draw.
Sorry?
Yes. I back Sunderland to get a win.
They lost at home.
It doesn't mean.
And Newcastle want to revenge
the earlier defeat.
Yes.
Now that revenge, now I go revenge them. Okay. Newcastle are playing in the Champions League. They already have a pretty thin squad.
Okay.
They are playing the Champions League against Barcelona. A match that is going to take a
lot
out of them.
Sunderland win or draw.
Sunderland win or draw for me.
Okay, what about Spurs and Nottingham Forest?
If Spurs lose this match, they are definitely getting ready.
This is the relegation 6 pointer.
This is where the line.
They are playing against their.
This is where the line will get drawn for them. I honestly can't call it. But I know both teams are going to score, because they are both going to make an effort to get maximum points.
Can Aston Villa beat West Ham?
Yes, and I think they will.
Then in Spain, Barcelona will take on Real Vallecano, and there's a Madrid derby: Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid, Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, both teams to score.
We don't even know which of the Madrid.
So both teams to score for that fixture, and then a Barca straight win. So the battle for La Liga is on. They are mounting pressure on each other. So, Barcelona will likely pick up 3 points. Madrid will want to against Atletico. Can they? It's left to find out.
As it stands in the Serie A, we all know Inter Milan but they're just waiting to crown them.
Are you sure?
Yes, they are 8 points ahead of them.
They are 8 points. You know what? You know what's 8 points? 2 losses
Assistance
and another draw.
No team in that series can catch them.
Okay, let's see how it
Como
goes.
will take on Pizza at home. They can consolidate their 4th position. Atlanta plays Hellas Verona. We don't even know where they will finish in the table as it stands. And Roma will take on Lecce. Then Inter are going to a stadium they've not really had a lot of luck there at Fiorentina.
So, like I said, you're saying Inter are uncatchable. I'm saying it just takes a couple of slip-ups, and Fiorentina is going to be a true test of whether they are ready to put their last season collapse behind them. So, like you said, Como is surging up in 4th, and they'll be looking to make the European places. It's very possible for them. It's very possible. Yes, it's very possible for them, and I'll back them to get a result this weekend. Inter Milan, a win or draw. Fiorentina is going to be a tough game. They themselves are having an awful season, but they have shown that against the top sides, they can always cause upsets. This will not be the first time they'll be looking to take points off teams that are starting the weekend in the top 4 of the Serie A. So Inter have to be careful with that one.
Well, we've come to the end of the show. Friends will give you the vote of thanks. As for me, we'll bet sensibly.
No, don't even bet. This is the era of whatever. Invest wisely. And this one sometimes will be investment. Now, guys, thank you for sticking with us. I was saying something earlier in the show about Nigeria not going to the World Cup. It's time our NFF gets to work. International friendly, they go the book against who?
Oman and Jordan. And maybe let's say Syria win this.
Until we come back next week, stay angry with NFF. Honestly.